Last year I had bought ACs from Panasonic, LG, Samsung, Voltas and Carrier, and this year I had to buy 2 more ACs. After experiencing all of these brands, I chose LG for both of my new ACs, so let's talk about why. First thing I'll say is that it's not like LG is much superior to other brands. At least for the past year, all of my ACs have been working perfectly, and some brands did offer a free basic service, but other than that, every brand's responsiveness and service has felt very similar. My personal bedroom has a Panasonic Smart AC and that has been working very well, and the most abused AC in my home is a Samsung AC, which has also held up perfectly. LG ACs are generally more expensive than brands like Panasonic or Samsung, but I was able to get them at an almost equal price this year, and there are features in LG ACs that actually make your experience better. The most important feature is of course their dual inverter technology. This makes the AC unit more silent, more efficient and more durable. I of course can't test the durability just yet, but I can definitely say that the outdoor unit of LG is quieter compared to other brands. My other ACs don't make disturbing levels of noise either, even when directly mounted to the wall, but LG's unit is noticeably more silent and it has less of that lower end rumble compared to other brands, so the vibration doesn't reach through your walls. So it's not a huge difference, but you will hear the difference when you run these units at their full capacity. So if LG and some other brand is available at a similar price, it of course makes sense to go with the quieter unit. Another selling point for me has been their diet mode, because the other inverter ACs go down to only 40% of their capacity, but in the diet mode, LG's AC go down to under 20% of their full capacity, and this is really useful when you feel like your AC is cooling your room too much even at 40%. You also save a lot of electricity by this, but 20% is really very low in cooling, so it's not a feature that you will be using often. One thing that sucks is that you don't get diet mode in their hot and cold ACs for some reason, and the hot and cold 3-star AC has a 4-way swing, but the regular 3-star model only has a 2-way swing. I was able to get the hot and cold model for around 42,000 rupees with EMI discount, so if you are spending over 36,000 on a regular 3-star model, you should really consider the hot and cold model because it can save you a lot of money during winters. There are also other small things that I liked about the LG AC. The first is that it remembers your selected capacity mode when you turn it back on, and this is so useful for me because the hot and cold AC is in my dad's room and the whole step conversion thing is kind of complicated for him, so once I set the AC to 40 or 60%, it just stays in that mode. Another thing I liked is that in addition to turning off the display, you can also mute the beeping sounds of the AC, which is super useful at night, and this feature is not available on most ACs. All brands have stabilizer free ACs, but this LG model can work in the 120V to 190V range, while most other ACs work between 145 to 190V, so this is another small advantage. The AC remote also has a feature to check room temperature, which I didn't find on other ACs. The only feature that I felt an absence of is that the remote of this AC doesn't light up, which is super useful while operating it at night. I personally didn't go for a smart AC as my new AC will be in a guest room, but for an extra 1500 rupees you can also get Wi-Fi, which is very useful to have. You can operate the AC when you can't find the remote, and if you forget to turn it off or you want to pre-cool the room, then these features are very useful. Now all of these features may not matter to you, but reliability and service is the most important factor, and LG is a very popular brand, so their service network is very extensive and their ACs also have a good track record of being reliable. They are giving you a 1-year warranty on the unit, 5 years on the PCB and 10 years on the compressor, and apart from a few negative reports, people are mostly happy with the reliability of LG ACs, and I personally also have a 10-year-old LG AC that has been working perfectly. They also have anti-corrosion coatings on their inside and outside unit, but all of that is kind of boring, so you just need to know that they are good. By the way, LG lists their cooling capacity in a very confusing way. The rated capacity is 4400 watt, but the maximum capacity that you can reach is 5000 watt. Another confusing thing can be that there are two 1.5 ton 3-star models with a 10% difference in their cooling capacity, so just check the specifications of the model that you are buying. So overall, I do think that LG's ACs are objectively better than other brands, especially when the price is similar. The dual inverter, quieter unit and diet mode are nice, but all of the ACs that I have from 6 brands work the same, so if the price difference is more than 4-5,000 rupees, I will also look at other brands. You will have to decide how important the silence and diet mode is for you. Personally for me, these two things added to many other small advantages make it a very good choice, and that is why I chose LG for both of my new ACs. I know that there are people who will comment that LG cannot be even compared to Mitsubishi and O General, but you guys can check how good the service is in your area, and if you are okay with spending more on these brands, then feel free to go ahead. I'll have the links to check the LG ACs and other ACs out in the description. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.